But no, I'm good. Me and Soulja Boy cool. He just
So no beef with Soulja.
Soulja Boy, get a chest. And you gotta have more than 2 songs to be have a 35-year prolific career. You can't do 2 songs, and I only remember one of them. Watch me, you. And beef with me. Get out of here. I'll put you in one of the movies. I need a crackhead for the new scary.
So y'all remember when Soulja Boy and Marlon way random started beefing out of nowhere? Well, now we might know why there's this dude who just stepped forward claiming to be Soulja's secret lover. And he's spilling all the tea, including some wild accusations about hush money. And guess what? This whole situation allegedly popped off because of that beef with Marlon. So let's start from the beginning. Yes, Soulja and Marlon are beefing. What started off as a joke turned into something way more than anyone could imagine. I mean, just listen to Soulja and how he talked to Marlon the other day.
You suck to get in your position. What? I got on MySpace and YouTube and grinded as a teenager in the hood, and I made it. And you mad because you had to get in your ass. You had to suck.
As you can tell, this beef spiraled out of control real fast, and honestly nobody saw it coming. Marlon Wayans and Soulja Boy weren't exactly in the same circles. But all that changed in early this year, when Marlon threw some shade that sent Soulja off the deep end. You see, it all started when Soulja performed at a celebration event for Trump's second inauguration, and Marlon wasn't here for it at all. He went on a radio show and basically said Soulja had been canceled and was only doing it for the money.
Soulja Boy, he been canceled. Nobody cares, Soulja Boy. So Soulja Boy better go to get that check. Yeah, I don't think he had hits and
say it's been a minute. It's
been a while.
He don't care. You know, I think, and to be honest with you, I don't know if they knew it was underwritten Trump event.
Now y'all know Soulja doesn't take criticism lightly. Instead of ignoring it, he hopped online and went nuclear. But he didn't just come for Marlon. He took things way too far.
Marlon Wayans, smack your bald head ass. Talking about Marlon Wayans was trying to defend me. Man, shut the up, man. Marlon Wayans, man. Bad baby, man. Blueface, man. God, these broke peon ass niggas, man. I'm tired of these niggas, man. Suck my man. God damn, every day this, Soulja that. Trump. Everybody. Everything.
First, he started going in on Marlon's late mother, making some disgusting comments that had people cringing. Marlon, being the comedian that he is, fired back with some sarcasm, joking that Sauter's antics were giving him inspiration for a scary movie acty character.
Boy, get a chest. And you gotta have more than 2 songs to be have a 35-year prolific career. You can't do 2 songs, and I only remember one of them. Watch me, you. And beef with me. Get out of here. I'll put you in one of the movies. I need a crackhead for the new scary. I need a crack and a meth head all mixed together. You're perfect. I need someone that looks like a wet Muppet. That's what I am. I need crack and meth together. I need creth together. I want someone to look like they'll sell your car, rob you, and suck your all at the same time. Soulja Boy.
Soulja Boy for Scary Movie 6 is a crackhead.
Nah, he ain't gonna be in 6. I'll put him in 13 when the franchise is doing that.
That should have been where it ended. But nope, Soulja took it even further and made some straight-up nasty homophobic and transphobic comments about Marlon's son Kai.
I deal with it. Marlon Wayans, you not with, and I'll knock your out. What you want to do? You suck to get in your position. What? I got on MySpace and YouTube and grinded as a teenager in the hood, and I made it. And you mad because you had to get your ass. You had to suck. And you had to sell your soul. And you had to paint yourself like a white. I ain't never did none of that. I kept it real, kept it gangster. Nobody never played with me. I never dressed up like a. You talking about my kids ain't trans. My kids real. My kid, I stand on business with my kids. I love my kids. You talking about and respecting anybody kids who is gay or whoever gay or trans. We love the LGBT community, but it's gonna play with me on my mama. You not gonna hide behind your kid either. You West Side Zone one. You's a Martin. You's a Buster. On my mama, you ain't never did shit. You could never compare to me. Oh, about to have a.
That's when Marlon really went off. He shut Soulja all the way down, defending his son and dragging Soulja for being washed up in the music industry. At this point, Marlon was done playing. But instead of going back and forth on social media, he got creative. He dropped an AI-generated country diss track aimed directly at Soulja. And let me tell you, it was brutal. The lyrics were packed with disrespect accusations and just enough pettiness to make it sting.
Boys on Krenak and meth, I can smell it on his breath.
Now, before all this, these two didn't even have real drama. But that one little radio comment turned into a full-blown war. And just when we thought it was dying down here, comes this mystery man claiming to be Soulja's secret lover.
I loved it. I had some lube. It was lubey. It was everything, and it was perfect. And he was like, "Take this, you white bitch." Right? Like he kept like he's very like into like the race play stuff. And
Soulja.
But here's the thing. I don't know if this was really him or it was like drunk him or like, yo, I'm nervous. I'm like, is he gonna hurt me? Is he making music? I was so nervous. I go up the stairs and I'm just heart beating. You know what I mean? He was like, "Hey, what's up?" And I was like, "Hey, what's up?" He was like, "You get down?" And I was like, "Oh, am I gay? Yeah, I'm gay as fuck." I get in there, and at that moment, I go from professional, like a fan, to like, you're about to have sex with him, right?
The guy you just heard goes by the name of William the Baddest, and he came out with some wild claims about an alleged situation with Soulja Boy. And let's just say it's got everybody talking. William sat down for an in-depth interview with Tasha K, where he spilled all the details about what he claims went down between him and Soulja, and he did not hold back. He even gave explicit descriptions of Soulja Boy during this messy sit-down. But here's where it gets real. William admitted he felt nervous and low-key scared during the alleged encounter, which is raising a lot of eyebrows. Now Soulja, who he was not having it, he laughed the whole thing off, straight up denied the claims, and even threw in a conspiracy twist, saying Meek Mill was behind it, paying William to—
I want my fucking money, nigga. You got me fucked up. Luckily, all my hoes, they know what it is. Like, all my hoes, none of my hoes hit me about that shit. One of my hit me about that shit. Soon as she hit me talking about, "What's this?" I was like, you bitch. Don't ever play with me like that, bro. You think I'll play like that? That's when I said, "Nah, I'm finna sue this." You better be glad if one of my would have never said nothing about it, I would have let this shit rock. We would have caught you in the streets. Soon as you start fucking interfering with my real life, oh hell no! I had one of my talking about, "What's this? What? We finna sue the fuck out this ass nigga." But I should have got that because don't even ask me no shit like that. You think I'll talk to a fucking boy bitch? Lose my number, ho. I'm a real gangster from the streets. The next day I get at you and meet me a nigga, this nigga talking about Soulja. I know you paid him. On my mama, Meek Mill, you was a and Diddy, but don't let me get started on you. I call 50 been on your head. You can't even talk right now. So you don't be doing no behind the scenes and telling us he said he did that for y'all.
And if that wasn't enough, Jaguar Wright, who's never afraid to speak her mind, jumped into the mix, making some wild allegations of her own. She straight up said Soulja was a victim who had been ran through by the music industry. According to her, Soulja was exposed to some very questionable situations at a young age, comparing his experience to Lil Wayne's. But hold up, she didn't stop there. She even claimed that Soulja was allegedly involved in some intimate encounters with industry figures, including 50 Cent W. Now you know that set the internet on fire.
I'm all off, Curtis.
Wait, so you did a PSA on Curtis about him and Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
On the cover of
Yeah.
him, you know, you kind of kind of poking the bear there.
I'm not poking a bear. I'm saying that he's a stone. And I've spoken to 2 men he's lived in sales with. Who you had with? Curtis? No, I'm not saying allegedly. You're and you know it.
I'm gonna do my Pierce Morgan and say he's not here to defend himself. So
No,
we're
and neither is his ass.
Jaguar also suggested that older figures in the industry introduce Soulja to a certain lifestyle. And let's just say her claims have everybody side-eyeing the situation. But here's the thing, Jaguar has a history of making explosive allegations, and a lot of people are questioning her credibility, especially with her past legal issues. At the end of the day, none of these claims have been confirmed, and both Soulja Boy and 50 Cent have denied or dismissed the rumors. But coming back to Marlon and Soulja, maybe Marlon was paying attention to what the talk of the town was when it comes to Soulja, and that's why he let those shots go off on his AI track maybe. It's just a coincidence. Or maybe Marlon knew exactly what he was doing. Whatever the case may be, the fact that these two are at each other's necks is also kind of weird. Don't you think? First things first, Soulja beefing with Marlon is nothing short of weird. We've seen artists clash with actors before, but this one feels extra random. Like, what do a rapper and a comedian even have to argue about? But if you know anything about Soulja Boy, you know he'll start drama with literally anybody. It doesn't matter if they're in music, movies, or even politics. If there's a chance to stir the pot, he's taking it now. Truth be told, cross-industry feuds aren't unheard of.
I look at the computer say, Floyd said, T.I. Nelly 50.
We've seen 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather go at it. Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly's drama spilled over into Hollywood. And even Trump and Rosie O'Donnell had their legendary back and forths. These kinds of beefs grab attention because they're so unexpected. But what makes Soulja different is that he does this all the time. It's not just one random feud. It's a whole career strategy. At this point, Soulja beefing with just proves one thing. Doesn't matter who you are or what you do. If Soulja sees an opportunity to get people talking, he's going to take it. And whether it's for music promo clout or just because he likes the chaos, one thing's for sure, this won't be his last beef. But are they maybe get some traction going now? Officially, the drama popped off because Marlon clowned Soulja for performing at Trump's inauguration party. But let's be real, these two love keeping this feud alive, and it's looking less like real smoke and more like a publicity stunt to stay relevant. Think about it. Marlon's got Scary Movie 6 dropping next year, and let's be honest, his career been kind of hit or miss lately. A little controversy might just be his way of making sure people still got his name in their mouths when the movie drops. And Soulja Woo, it's been a minute since he had a real hit, so staying messy on social media might be his way of keeping people tuned in. And let's not forget social media. Beef equals engagement. The more collab, we've seen stranger things happen in the industry. These feuds sometimes end with a surprise team-up, whether it's a diss track, a parody, or even a random cameo in each other's projects. In either case, we definitely know that Soulja loves doing stuff like this in order to keep his name relevant in the conversation. Soulja stays in drama like it's part of his job's description. At this point, it's almost like he needs to be in some kind of conflict just to keep his name buzzing. And let's be real, half these feuds don't even seem that serious. It's looking more like a marketing strategy than actual smoke. This ain't even new for him. Soulja has had issues with Chris Brown, Lil Yachty, Ice, Kanye West, and now he's going in noise. He suddenly finds himself in a new feud. Coincidence? Maybe, but it's happened too many times to ignore. And of course, social media plays a huge part in it. Soulja lives for Twitter beef. He'll wake up, tweet something wild, and let the internet do the rest. Once people start reacting, he keeps it going, throwing out crazier insults, threats, and personal shots to keep the conversation alive. It's almost like he knows exactly how to stir the pot, just enough to get the blogs and fans talking. Before you know it, he's trending again, and his name is back in headlines. Then, out of nowhere, the beef just disappears. This has happened multiple times. 1 minute, he's saying crazy things about Kanye or Chris Brown, and the next,
Kanye, you got me up. Don't never get to calling my phone talking about do no song, do no verse, and get to taking this shit out your first. You could have called me lame. You talking about? Hold on, man. I'm finna screenshot this. finna pull the text messages up. We finna go through the whole thing. Cause Kanye, boy, you lame as. I'm busy. I got my own popping lame. You talking about?
Either these guys just let things slide, or maybe just maybe some of these feuds weren't as real as they seemed in the first place. Take this situation with Marlon Wayans, for example. Soulja is already teasing a diss track, which low-key feels like a setup to push some new music. Now, not every Soulja beef is just for attention. Some definitely start off as clout-chasing moves, but they end up getting way too personal. This thing with Marlon took a nasty turn when Soder started making disrespectful comments about his transgender son. So, even if the feud started as a publicity stunt, it's evolved into something way more serious. At the end of the day, Soulja knows exactly what he's doing. He's been using controversy to stay relevant. The real question is this all just another marketing move? Or has Soulja finally taken things too far? Whatever the answer may be, this beef has turned into more than just some celebrity drama. It's become a whole cultural moment. It's one of those feuds that didn't just stay within the realm of entertainment. It's had ripple effects that reach deep into social media, society, and even politics. First off, this beef has absolutely blown up in meme culture. I mean, Marlon Wayans' comment about Soulja Boy not being relevant since 2007 that took off like wildfire, didn't it? The whole soul's been missing since 2007 became such a punchline. But here's where it gets deeper. This beef has triggered homophobic remarks about Marlon's transgender son. And it's got people talking about a huge issue that's always been around: discrimination against the LGBTQ+ community. People aren't just laughing this off, they're having real conversations about the harm in using slurs like that. It's opening eyes. And that's important. On top of that, this whole feud's reigniting the debate about celebrity responsibility. Public figures have a platform, and when they say stuff like this, it can perpetuate harmful stereotypes. It's making people question, should celebs use their voices for good? Or are they just adding fuel to the fire with every controversial move? And then let's not forget about the politics of it all. Soulja Boy just added to it. But there's also the way this drama's divided fans. You've got Marlon supporters rallying behind him for defending his son with humor and grace. But then you've got Soulja fans who are all for his right to perform at whatever event he wants. It's like a whole battle over whose side you're on and what kind of behavior you're willing to support. And here's something that's really interesting. This beef is a prime example of how different entertainment worlds can collide. You've got a rapper and an actor going at it, and it's pulling in fans from both sides. It's kind of cool how conflicts like this can bridge genres, bringing people from hip-hop and comedy into one shared conversation. Plus, let's talk tech for a sec. The fact that Marlon Wayans playing out in public spats. It's evolving with the times. All of this has made its way across every media platform, from social media to the news. And it's clear this beef is bigger than just the two of them. It's got everyone talking about not just them, but the deeper issues they're touching on. It's a reflection of society's culture right now, and it's one for the books. What do y'all think? Is this real beef? Or are they just playing the game for some clicks and a comeback? Let us know what you think about this crazy situation down below.